Today on At Lara's Table, I would like to share with you my special recipe for no-chop crock-pot Mexican chicken. Let's get started. So what makes this recipe so special is there's no chopping involved. And on those very hectic days when you have to get out of the house for all those appointments, or you're like, what's for dinner? Wait, what are we gonna have? And it's 1 o'clock and you want to use the crock pot so you don't have to be involved in the kitchen. You still have time. Let me show you how. It's pretty simple. You want to take boneless, skinless chicken breasts, some really good salsa without all the extra added ingredients. You know how I don't like chemicals. This is the key. In your freezer section, you can find peppers and onions already chopped for you. These are in slices, which is totally fine. I don't know how much you know about frozen vegetables, but they're picked at the peak of ripeness and frozen, honestly, the same day. So they're great and the work's already done for you. I like to use a taco seasoning that I find at Costco, but this is from McCormick and it doesn't have any added extra chemicals in it either. I'll link this on the blog. And I have to have extra cumin. It's just one of those things I love. So I'm gonna add that as well. But see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients here, counting the chicken. So I think we can do this. Let's put this together. So I'm gonna add my chicken breasts to the bottom of my crock pot. This is 3 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And then, since this is taco seasoning, the recipe calls for a 1/4 cup of taco seasoning for every pound of meat. And if you ever wonder, maybe you get disappointed that your food sometimes tastes kind of bland, maybe you're not adding enough seasoning. So we're gonna add a 1/4 cup for each pound of chicken. And when you look down in here, I'm gonna stop this and let you look down in this. It looks like a ton of seasoning, but when we come back to this and shred it, it's going to be perfect. So I'm going to move this and let you see what I'm doing here, so I want you to get the bird's eye view. Now this is just the 2 1/4 cups, which is a 1/2 cup. I'm going to move these around just a little bit. That one's stacked on top, and we don't want, see, he doesn't have any seasoning. We want everybody to get a fair coating of seasoning here. So we can move that around a little bit. So that's my 3/4 cup of taco seasoning. Now instead of dirtying up another measuring utensil, I'm adding, see that's a 1/4 cup measuring cup. I'm adding half of that, which makes an 1/8 of a cup of extra cumin. That's because I love it. Then I'm going to add my chopped peppers and onions. I got these from my local grocery store. They're the store brand. See, it's all different colors of peppers and onions. And then I top it. This is Jack's special salsa in medium. You can get whatever heat level your family likes. So if you have little people that don't like the heat as well, you can get a less spicy version. I spread that out over the top, and you are finished with this dish for at least 4 hours. If you are short on time, you can cook this on high for 4 hours, on low for about 6. If you start with frozen chicken, you can start it on high for an hour and switch it to low. But we will check back in on this in a few hours, and I'll tell you how I like to finish it. It's time to reveal our no-chop crock-pot Mexican chicken. I'm gonna move this lid out of our way. Can you see that simmering away in there? We've got that thick juice down in the bottom. Now, I like to remove the chicken to a plate so I can shred it. I'm gonna leave some of that seasoning down in my pot. I'm gonna show you how I do this. I like to fish out my chicken. See, it's already falling apart. That's gonna be so simple to shred. It's already coming apart. And it's gonna be so flavorful. Now you can make nachos, burritos, tacos, whatever you like with this. You can use this filling for enchiladas. I think I'm gonna shred part of this and then shred the other part. See how easily this shreds with 2 forks. Then you add this back, and when you mix it with that super flavorful sauce that it made, it is so delicious. See how quickly that shreds up? So simple. I wish we had smell-o-vision for this. I'm gonna dump this back in my sauce. So I'm gonna mix my chicken in with my sauce. This is the salsa, that fresh Jack's special salsa, my peppers and onions, and my taco seasoning that we put together earlier. See how delicious that turned out? All right. I'm gonna put together a burrito so you can see how this looks as a finished product. All right, so I'm gonna assemble a burrito because I wanna show you how this all comes together. I'm gonna take my tortilla. Pretty sure you know how to put a burrito together, but it is so tasty and so pretty, especially after a long day at work or school. Just take some of this meat. And if you have picky kids, honestly, they're not gonna see the peppers in this, especially if you wrap it up like this in this tortilla. And I remember those days, so that's why I mention it. I'm gonna take some of this cheese, I'm gonna sprinkle it on here, because that meat's hot and that's gonna melt really nicely. I love green onions, so I'm gonna get a little liberal with those. Cilantro, so I love that too. And I'm gonna double tomatoes because I'm gonna do tomatoes and salsa. It's more vegetables, right? Rolling off to the side. This is like a salad and your main dish together. So here's my salsa. So I bought 2 bowls of this Jack's special medium salsa for this dish. And then I cut up an avocado, and you know, wait to cut this up till the very end or it'll start to turn brown on you. I didn't have any limes today, or I could have put that on there. Then we're gonna try and roll this. We'll see how we do with it. But isn't that beautiful? Or attempt to, since I kind of overstuffed my burrito. Come on, stay in there. Tuck you back in. So I got it, barely. I'm gonna cut it. And we'll see what the inside looks like. Are you ready? See? So wasn't this beautiful? It's almost like I work in a burrito shop. So like I promised, this is a no-chop crock-pot Mexican chicken. All of this chopping and shredding is optional. You can just get whatever toppings make your family the happiest, and you can make nachos, tacos, burritos. It can be anything you want it to be, even food prep. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you again at Lara's table.